the fans. But it really makes me wonder why we just don't have time qualifiers.
Yeah, maybe for the 100 meters and the sprint hurdles, for the 100 specifically, you could move away from that preliminary stage and have a repechage round after round one to advance to the semi-finals.
I agree.
I can see how it would make a lot more sense in the shorter events.
And it could benefit many of the athletes who come in to the major championships having not raced since their national championships, which may be up to 6 weeks before the major championships. If they're able to get lanes in some of the European meets leading up to the championships, it might give them an opportunity to get 2 races in, find their rhythm again. But I'm at a loss for why we're doing this, or why they're doing this for the 800 meters, the 1500 meters. Even the 400, I can see it as a possibility because people run relays, but
not a fan of the 400. And part of the reason I'm not a fan of the 400 is because you have athletes who are also preparing to run 4x400. And so to add an extra race for them ahead of 4x400 qualifying is, to me, a little ridiculous.
Yeah, and the mixed relays coming at the beginning of the championships as well.
Yes.
Good point, Ricardo.
Aisha Proutlier, Commonwealth Games champion for Jamaica at 3,000 steeplechase in 2018. I understand that, well, she is part of the Athletes Commission and that she would have voted in favor of this. There is Adelle Tracey. I wonder which way she would vote. She has a second opportunity here. 4:09 in the first round. It's been a tough year for her. Ran her first race of 2024 while winning the 1500 at the Jamaican Championships. And after 2 races in the 800 meters, the first round and the repechage round, she gets 2 more at 1500 at least. Jamaican record holder.
But it also makes you wonder, at the games, it's in major championships, it's the best in the world. If you can't make it through the first round to the second round, why are you getting a second chance?
Spot on. For me, this is not what the sport needs. But who am I? That's Adelle Tracey, the Jamaican champion. Sarah Healy, the Irish woman, 4:02.91. Van der Elst of Belgium. Walcott Nolan of Great Britain. 4:06.44 in the opening round. 3 3/4 laps of the track. Vissa of Italy. Sassinet Maki of the Czech Republic. Prudeux of Canada. Fernandez of Uruguay. We see you. We see your country too. Plasinska. Lyndon Hall of Australia. Surprisingly, not making it through the opening round. Hoffman. Marquez. First 3 to advance to the semifinals.
What's also interesting is to see how many smiles they have when the camera comes on them. You look at the male sprinters, everyone's trying to look hard and
tough. Final race, morning session, day number 7 of athletics at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The Jamaican Adelle Tracey, after what has been a very difficult season with interest for her, in her chat with Alex Jordan, I think it was a couple of days ago, she said that she feels better after every race, and that she probably even surprised herself a little bit with the 4:09, because up to 4 or 5 weeks ago she wasn't sure she would have been able to compete at the Olympic Games because of injury, and that a large part of the reason she took the opportunity to compete here, given the year she's had, is because of the experience, wanting to experience competing at an Olympic Games. Remember, she made the World Championship final over 800 meters in Budapest last year, and she's hanging at the back of this repechage field at this stage. A significantly better athlete than what she has delivered here in Paris, but it's understandable because she's been injured for pretty much all of this season.
Dealing with injuries, as they say, sucks, because a big part of it is not only overcoming the injury, but learning how to become confident in yourself, especially when you have recurring injuries or one that lasts for prolonged periods.
Spot on. Trusting yourself again to do the things you used to get back to the level that you were.
And also the sport waits for no one. Sports generally waits for no one. You see competitors, people that you've defeated before, people that you've been right there with, they're going on and do things. Meanwhile, you're there doing all the necessary things for the rehab, but not necessarily seeing the performances in training that you once did. But you still need to have the patience, the faith in yourself, the faith in your team, to be able to one day return to the type of form that you were in.
The Australian Lyndon Hall leads. Second and final repechage heat in the women's 1500 meters. Hall, Marquez of Spain, Walcott Nolan of Great Britain, Visser of Italy is in the mix as well. 3 to go to the semi-finals. Hall, Marquez, Walcott Nolan. They're coming to the bell. The pace has become too hot for the Jamaican Adelle Tracey. She'll be better though once she's able to get healthy again and get back to training at her best. Still Hall of Australia leading, but the British woman, Ravine Nolan, Walcott Nolan, now drives to the front. Marquez of Spain goes in chase. The Italian Visser makes a move as well. Hall is in trouble. She's down in 5th. Sarah Healy of Ireland coming through in 4th position, but only 3 can go through. Walcott Nolan of Great Britain leads. Visser of Italy on the inside. Marquez of Spain. Healy of Ireland trying to close. It's gonna be the Italian who steps up to win it. Sintayeyu Visser getting the better of Walcott Nolan of Great Britain. And Marquez, I think it was, who came through for 3rd. Visser, Walcott Nolan, Marquez, the qualifiers. Enjoyable race that. That is it for the rest of the field. But they all had their second opportunity. Visser, Walcott Nolan and Marquez took it well. And as Daniel Dowie has been pointing out with the repechage as well, a lot of the individuals who run fast in that opening round, they are penalized because it's taken so much out of them already. And then they have to return to fight those who might not have extended as much energy in some cases.
Indeed, Ricardo. I was looking at the name Walcott, and see here that Walcott Nolan claims Jamaican, English, and Irish ancestry.
Unlike Adelle Tracey, she's gone with Great Britain. Tracey represented Great Britain initially before switching allegiance to Jamaica. Must give it to the French though, the music has been pretty good inside the athletic stadium. Lance Whitaker, last night they played Oh What a Night.
Oh, they did?
A song you requested 24 hours earlier.
They did.
I figured you made a call.
I'm not that influential.
You'd be surprised, my friend. 406.71 for Vista. Walcott Nolan 406.73. Marquez 407.05. Tracey 414.52. Not as fast as the 409 she did in the first round.